it is contract season for a lot of people. Like January, we're basically reporting contract stuff on Fightful. Like, what is your status there, if you don't mind sharing? And like how long are you obligated to AAA?
I've actually taken a certain amount of pride over the last 15 years of not ever needing to sign a contract. I'm such a big fan of the past and the way things were that I think, your word is your bond. And, I spent 2 years in CMLL. I've done 5 tours of All Japan Pro Wrestling, and I've been with AAA for the last 3 years, all on handshake agreements. I definitely value my word, and I want to make sure that everything's okay with the people I'm working for. As of right now, I'm happy in AAA. I couldn't be more grateful for what they've done for me, because they've really, taken me from a mid-card lucha libre star to an actual, mainstream television star in Mexico. We're at the point now where when I leave my hotel, there's kids wanting autographs and pictures. I can't walk through a mall without being recognized, which is a great problem to have. But, ultimately this hasn't been a process where I'm constantly thinking of the next step. I've been playing the long game since I started this, and I definitely think the goal of Sam Adonis is to make the most money as possible doing what I love, and that's professional wrestling. I've done so much with AAA, and I'm so happy with where things are and where they're going. But I definitely want to pursue the other avenues when the time is right. I'm not the kind of person to just say, "Oh, sorry guys, I can't come to TV next week." That's not who I am. But whenever something presents itself, I'm the kind of person that would take it to those who need to know and try to figure out the best possible outcome for all parties.
So yeah, I'm interested in that because, again, there are so many options right now in wrestling, and you've explored many of them. But like TNA is back as an entity. AEW is doing their thing. New Japan is looking to increase their stateside presence as well. Like, it is there's such a vast array there. Like, have you like had aspirations or even talks of heading to any one of those? Obviously, NWA, MLW, you've already appeared there, and things seem to have went swimmingly.
Well, what makes things very complicated is each one of these brands that you mentioned has a line of 400, 500 wrestlers knocking on the door. And that's what's always made it so difficult, for the young wrestlers to take the next step. I've been very blessed in working with such big stars and important people around the wrestling business that a lot of times the opportunities that are best for me have been presented to me. As of right now, like I said, being in a top spot, it's almost, I deal with different circumstances than I would have trying to be the undercard wrestler trying to, make a name for myself. I do a lot more media. I'm doing press conferences. I do, variety shows in Mexico. And there's a lot more to it that make you a valuable employee than just your style of wrestling. I think particularly in AAA, a lot of my stuff has been, hardcore style or main event, slower paced, dramatic storytelling wrestling. When somebody's brand is based around, the high spot style or indie style or whatever you want to call it, they may not be looking in my direction. I might be the antithesis of what they want, but that's not to say I can't do it or wouldn't do it. I just think generally right now I'm happy with what I am and the image that I've attained. And I think, when the time is right, it would have to be almost a specific move. It would have to be somebody that knows they want Sam Adonis to do Sam Adonis or whatever name they want to call me. I almost feel like I'm a particular flavor of ice cream that you have to know you want. And I think that being said, I'm open to any and all opportunities. I just think, you can watch some of these programs and see what style of wrestling they want. There's a few of them that you mentioned that might not exactly, want me in a crazy 6-man scramble or something like that.